All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Math Puzzle Crash Course. Taking a look at some of the problems that we see show up often on Facebook, especially. And I'll be honest with you, I think a lot of these Facebook pages are sketchy. And you got to be careful with some of these things, like, story of veteran. I guarantee that has nothing to do with veterans. It's probably a page created, gosh, I don't know. Let's click on the thing and see if it even tells us where it's from. About, does it even tell us? Sometimes you can find it, administration info, find out where the page is from. Digital creator, Bulgarian language and English. Page manager locations include Kosovo and Germany. So yeah, definitely, it was definitely sketchy. So you got to be careful when you post stuff like this. Unfortunately, a lot of people will get on Facebook and they see pages like this, and it's like, oh my goodness, they're honoring veterans. What a wonderful thing. And a lot of times these are just setups to try to get you to post something and maybe give up personal information. But I do check these sometimes just for, there's a lot of math problems on there. And so if you stick to the math and you don't, respond to some of the scammers, you're going to be okay. But I'm really looking at the math here. It says, please don't use your calculator, use your brain. 50 plus 10 times 0 plus 7 plus 2 equals what? Well, we can go and look at some of the answers, and I'll see a lot of answers like this. 9. So what's happening here is people are just solving left to right and adding. Um, they're adding 50 plus 10, multiplying 60 by 0, which 60 times 0 is 0. Then they're adding 7. Then they're adding 2. So they're basically adding 0 plus 7 plus 2. And they're getting 9. The problem with doing that, and if anybody's been watching any of my videos over time, you know that multiplication has precedence over addition. Basically, you have an order of operations. And this is not new. This is not Common Core. This is not new math. Please, there's a lot of people that say new math, old math. No, this is just the way it's always been done, folks. Remember, multiplication and division have precedence over addition and subtraction. There are some acronyms, and these acronyms, I'm not sure how far back they go, 60s, 70s, whenever. I don't know exactly when they were created, but they're just memorization tools for the order of operations. There's things like PEMDAS and BODMAS and so on. But basically what you're looking at is you look for parentheses. You solve everything inside of those parentheses using order of operations. Then you look for things like exponents or factorials, which you're not going to see those very often in a problem, probably. But you're looking for things that are basically shorthand for repeated multiplication. That's what exponents are. If you don't have any of those, then you're looking for multiplication and division in a problem. Well, if you look at this problem again, remember that there is multiplication. We don't have any parentheses. We don't have any exponents. But we do have a 10 times 0 sitting in the middle. And I know that throws a lot of people off who think that you read these things like a sentence, left to right. No, you do read left to right, but what you're doing is you're scanning and saying, okay, what's the highest order of operations? Well, in this problem, it's the 10 times 0. And 10 times 0 is 0. So what you really end up with, you do the multiplication, then you do the addition. So 10 times 0 is 0, then it's 50 plus 0 plus 7 plus 2, which would give you 59. So the answer would be 59. Now 9 is probably the most common answer, but of course I will see a lot of people answer 69 too, which is even more concerning, actually. 69 is a very, very concerning answer, because what those people are doing is they're saying 50 plus 10 is 60, and then in their mind 60 times 0 is 60. And that's not right. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. I can add up however many zeros I want, and it still is going to equal 0. 60 times 0 is just like adding 60 zeros. Well, what is 60? If I add 60 zeros together, what would that equal? It still equals 0. But some people are actually confused. They think there's a difference between 0 times 60 and 60 times 0. It makes no difference. You know, multiplication is commutative. You can 2 times 5 is 10, 5 times 2 is 10. And so in the same way, 0 times 10 is 0, 10 times 0 is still 0. So anyhow, that I hope that does clear that up. I've actually got a video you can check. There's a video in the order of operations section that I go into a lot of detail on this problem, maybe a little more than needed, but anyhow, I hope that's been helpful to everybody, if there's any confusion on that. And I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.